Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Vacation is over, and I gotta be honest, it's hot and muggy, and I really didn't want to come out here. But the wife is on me. I have a project. You've seen it, been putting it off for 3 weeks now. Well, now it's time. This one's a little different as I have proper instructions, and we'll take a second and go over those.
So these are the plans. These are from Construct 101. You see their website there. They have a video of this on YouTube. And one of the things I like about this is what we're building, by the way, is the bench with table. But the instructions give you a proper shopping list. So if you're going to Lowe's or Home Depot, you could actually just take this page with you. It's everything you need. The other thing I liked about it was it gives you a cutting list. I don't usually cut my parts out ahead of time, but I will now.
So I've already done the shopping. You've seen it. It's sitting over in the corner. All I got to do now is get to the cut list and start going to it. I don't know that I have to explain anything. You can get these instructions and build this yourself. There is one change I'm going to make to the instructions because otherwise it wouldn't be me. I don't want my seat to be completely flat. I want the back to drop just a little bit. I'm thinking a 1-inch drop from the front to the back is going to be fine. That way I don't know, sitting on a perfectly flat chair to me isn't comfortable. That's the only change I'm going to make. I'm going to get to the cut list. I'm making 2 of these. You're going to see me making 1. It is 4 o'clock, which means I've gotten a late start, but I cleaned up. Not really, but a little bit. I have my bench back. And I think for today, what's going to happen is I'm just going to work through the cut list, come back out tomorrow, put them together. That's the plan. I have to label each of these. They're going to get painted, so they don't have to be really super pretty. Let's just get to it. Well, mistakes were made. Yeah, I made a mistake. I showed you letter G. There's supposed to be 4 of them. They're supposed to be 23 inches with a 15-degree angle cut on one end. I cut a 15-degree angle on both ends. So the 2 of the 4 that I have are garbage. On the upside, they said that I should use 5 2x4s for this, and I think I'm only 4 into it. So I think the 5th one was for mistakes. I was very thrifty about how I did this. So let me fix that mistake. I'm not going to deal with the 1x4s and all of that tonight because it's almost dinner time and I'm ready to be done. But let me get these 4 cut and then we'll shut her down for tonight and I'll be back out. Okay, we're going to come back and revisit this tomorrow after, I go and buy another 2x4 because you are not going to believe this. I screwed that cut up too, so which means I ruined my extra 2x4. I can't get my head around the fact that there's only supposed to be an angle on one end, not both. Unfortunately, I've already cut all of them. I'm going to go in the house now and eat dinner. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, new day. Not the next day, just a new day. Today's Sunday. I took all of yesterday off. I wasn't feeling it. I actually didn't feel good. And you saw me, I think, make the mistake of cutting one of them wrong, one of these pieces wrong. And then I promptly got a new 2x4 and cut it wrong again, thus putting me down 1 2x4. So I didn't go anywhere yesterday. This morning was Sunday service, which means I don't have a 2x4. But I need to get this finished. In fact, the wife has already told me, you're building 2, not 1. Don't forget. Because apparently I have a habit of never finishing the second one. So I need a 2x4, and I'm not going anywhere today. So take a walk with me. Yeah, remember these? Camera stand's a mess, but that's okay. Yeah. These are the ones I got for free, but I definitely need an 8-footer. Why don't we take this one and this one? And between these 2, I should get the cuts that I need, and I still have plenty to do what I wanted to do. So that's the plan. We'll just have to clean them up a little bit. So now, we have to clean these up. We got bolts and nuts and things and stuff, and so I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and cut the pieces correctly, hopefully. And then once that's all done, we'll come back in to where we should have been Friday. And now it's Sunday. Okay, went ahead and cut these out of the old 2x4. And then I just went ahead and cut the rest of everything out. Lots of 1x4s and a few 1x6s cuts. Interestingly, my 1x4s says they're a product of Sweden. I don't know if that's where they came from, I'm guessing, but they are sappy. They're sappier than a chick flick, okay? I mean, they're sappy. I don't know what to do about that, except that I have to clean my saw off. But I'm ready for step number 1, and right off the bat, I need A and B. B is back here. That's that big old thing. This is H. Here's A. Oh, on my shopping list that they so nicely provided, I only picked up 2 2x6s. I need 4 to build 2. So I'm back to square one again. We'll finish this one up. It says I have to notch these. Okay, for the 2x6 is going to fit into this. So it says to notch it 8.5 inches up, and I think this is where I'm going to make my adjustment. I said I want there to be a little bit of a slope in the seat. I'm going to bring the front up a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to drop the back down a 1/2 inch. That should give me the seat slope that I want. So instead of 8.5, I'm going to measure up 9. And I'm going to look to see what I want to cut out, and we'll figure it out. Fortunately, I only have to cut 2 of them. Okay, so it's a lot of meat to cut out on the miter saw, and my miter blade is not the best just yet. So I put the dado stack in. I don't always run a dado stack, but when I do, it's always terrifying. A little bit. I don't know why. I don't know what makes this terrifying to me. Maybe because it's an awful lot of blades that can rip my fingers off. I don't know. Oh, consequently, I have a lizard living in my shop now. We got geckos down here. I think he's trying to sell me insurance. Never even bothered to check. Oh, got a 1/4 inch. Should be fine. Okay, try it again. Looking at the old instrucciones here, it specifies that the screw goes through the 2x6 and into these legs, which means I'm going to have screws facing the outside. Do I care? Not even in the slightest. But it does say to pre-drill, and by golly, I agree with that. I don't think my bench is long enough. One note, because you can get your own instructions. I don't need to tell you how to build this. But if you've got junk like this, you know, ugly, unsightly knot holes, stuff like that, put that to the back. That way you ain't got to look at it. Hey, what do you know? It fits. This one doesn't fit. How ironic is that? This is part of my I don't feel like getting out the good chisels. They work. Hey, it fits now. Okay. For whatever reason, I always have an 1/8 inch bit in my drill. I don't know why. Wow. I didn't say it was a good bit. Okay, folks, unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to leave it this week. It is already after 5 o'clock. Most of this project is in the cutting, but a lot of little fiddly things. The instructions are pretty good, but you really got to pay attention to them. So, and add to that the fact that I altered them, which means I have to alter every one of these seat slats. And that takes, I don't want to screw up and blow through a couple more 2x4s. So I'm not going to get it done this week. I'm sorry. We will finish it up next week. I think all of the hardest work is done. I don't know. But I'll be back next week. We'll finish this up. I'll have all of the 2x4s that I need to make the other one too. The second one always goes faster than the first, unless I screw it up. Good possibility. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me in the shop. I do appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. God bless.